Hello, everyone. This is WGAY's Best Network, and on it, its best show. That's right. You're listening to Jack Rudy Rooster in the Morning. I want to thank you for tuning in. I'm sure you could have tuned into anyone else, but I'm glad you didn't. I'm up here in the AOK studio number 3. That's right. Right across from those dangleberries you know and love, Nicholas O'Kelly and Derek Daisy, but I digress. They don't have a daily show. I do. So I'm better. This is your show, Justice City. We're here to talk about your life and my life. That's right. If you call, there's a good chance I'll cut you off and talk about the things going on with me. I know what you must be thinking to yourself. Is this guy serious? Well, Justice City, I have 2 words for you. F*** you. Our first caller is Marcus calling from James Island, Justice City, South Carolina. Hi, Marcus. Welcome to the Jack Rudy Rooster Show.
Thank you for having me. It's been a real honor to talk to you.
Well, you too, sir. Did something happen? Ladies and gentlemen, Drew in the box.
No, he hung up.
Okay. Listen, Justice City, when I pick up, you better be ready to have a conversation. You don't just call me, gush out about how excited you are to talk to me, tell me how much you love me, then say you're going to leave your husband and hang up on me. No. You stay on the phone. That's how we do things around here. Does that make sense? Does it, Drew?
Oh, yeah. It makes perfect sense to me, boss.
Good. Okay. Our next caller is from the Bunks, the most rundown neighborhood in Justice City. Hello, Steve. Welcome to the Jack Rudy Rooster Show.
Jack, thanks for having me. I've been a big fan for a lot of years, long-time listener here, and I'm just really happy that you decided to take time to talk to me because I know you could have picked anyone, and I think what is more impressive is that you picked me, and that you really care because I don't think a lot of radio show hosts care because I'm pretty sure all they're working for is for the money, and I know you don't work for the money because I'm pretty sure you would do this for free if you could, but because it isn't legal to work for free, they pay you $150,000 a year, but I'm sure that you donate that even though I saw no evidence of you making any charitable donations for the last 10 years except a Goodwill, but I have a buddy who works there, and he said you just donated used condoms. But I'm sure someone there could use those used condoms because fertile treatments are super expensive. Speaking of expensive, I'm not sure if you've seen the new Justice City Players production of Rock School, but I'm pretty sure 99 of the kids that were supposed to play in the musical were midgets. And I know you really hate that word because your father used to be a midget, but I just thought you should know that I'm your biggest fan. And I'm not sure you could know because A, I haven't told you before, B, you can't read minds, and C, I knew you'd understand if you just talk to me for a minute. There's no one like us out there, and that's why you're the best radio show host in Justice City.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but, what the f*** is your question?
Oh, that's a really tough question to answer, and they say we're the ones who ask the hard hitters, but you, the host, ask the hard hitters, and I think that's really impressive. I wonder how long it took you to come up with these kind of questions, because I'm pretty sure that no one else can do it quite like you, because you really are from another league. I'm not sure you know this, but I think if we were friends, we could be best friends, and I'm not talking about the kind of friends that drink and hang out together, but the kind of friends that sleep together.
I'm sorry, folks. The phone call just cut off. All I'm going to say is if my phone screener Drew let someone like that through again, I will slit your throat. You got it?
I got it.
Excellent. Before we jump to the next caller, I just want to talk about what's on my mind for a minute. The roads. They suck. It took me 10 minutes to get from my house to the studio today. Like, get your shit together, Justice City. I paid my taxes. Fix it. Next caller is calling from Manhattan neighborhood in Justice City. Hello, Joe. You're on the Jack Rudy Rooster Show.
Hello, Jack. Big time fan. I'm in the car business. I've been a trainer for a good 10 years, and I just accidentally murdered my boss in cold blood. What should I do?
I can see why you're in a pickle. Before we get into the answer of this question, Joe, let's dive back a little bit. What made you get into the car business?
Money more than anything.
Interesting. And have you made a lot of money?
To be honest, no. I'm just so afraid of leaving my job.
I think you getting fired for this is going to be the best thing that ever happens to you.
You think?
Oh, yes. How much have you been making?
About $34,000 a year.
Goodness, Joe. Yeah. Yep. I think this is going to be good. Do you know how much McDonald's managers make per year?
No.
They make $40,000 per year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You see what I'm talking about? This is huge. I think your life is about to change.
Well, I'm not sure they'd even consider hiring me.
Joe, do you smoke crack?
Occasionally.
Do blow?
Only on Sundays.
Have you ever struck a member of the opposite sex and made them feel responsible?
Only every other hour.
Well, here we go, Joe. You fit the profile. You know what I'm going to do for you, Joe?
What?
I'm going to make you a manager right now.
Hello?
Hi, is this McDonald's?
Yes, it is.
Hi, I have Joe on the line with us, and he'd like to be the manager of your store.
Great. Come on down. You start on Monday.
And just like that, Joe, your life just got 10% better.
I can't thank you enough.
No problem. Thank you for calling the Jack Rudy Rooster Show. You see that? You see that, Drew? Did you see that?
No, I was in the bathroom.
Well, I just changed that man's life because he called. That's what we do here. We change lives. That's why you call. That's why you call. You call for experiences. Those type of experiences. We have time for just one more caller. We have Kirby from Justice City. That's odd. Usually they tell us what neighborhood they are from, but, you know, f*** me, f*** the rules. I've implemented Drew. You f***ing piece of shit. F*** you, Drew.
Thanks, boss.
You're on the Jack Rudy Rooster Show. How's it going, Kirby?
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me on, Jack. I'm a big fan.
Absolutely. How can I help you today?
Well, I murdered my ex-girlfriend and the entire college football team. I'm kind of in a lose-lose situation. What can I do?
And do you go to this college?
Well, I did, but they weren't too happy after what I did.
What's your relationship with your father?
He kicked me out of the house a couple years ago for using drugs.
And why did you do those drugs?
I don't know. To escape?
I think we found the root of the problem.
Really?
Oh, yes. See, Kirby, you're trapped. You have nowhere to run, no home. You're just a pine cone blowing in an industrial-sized dryer. You're going in circles, man.
I am. I'm going in circles.
The good news is, I know how to help you.
You do?
That's right, Kirby. The Jack Rudy Rooster Show is going to send you for 365 days to the luxurious country known as Australia, where crocodiles run rampant, where jellyfish can kill you with one sting, and where the women have sexy accents. Your flight will be comped on credit with Pan Am Airlines. You will be given a ranch to live in practically rent-free for the entire year with an unlimited amount of food. How does that sound?
My God, that sounds excellent. You don't know how much this means to me. You really changed my...
Whoops, lost the call. But because we can't truly prove who was on the phone with us, that reward is now void. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Jack Rudy Rooster Show, where we rehabilitate the problem, not the criminal. Up next is those wacky boys from Charleston City. You know who I'm talking about. To the Echo Radio Show, coming right at you.
To the Echo, to the Echo, to the Echo Radio Show.
Live from the AOK Production House, Studio number 2, I'm Nick O'Kelly.
And I'm Derek Daisy. And I want to thank Jack Rudy Rooster for taking us into our show today.
He's always so good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Jack Rudy.
Yeah.
Tutti Frutti.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love expanding the radio station. That's great.
Yeah. It's great. It probably opened up the doors.
Yeah, he's very Fraser Crane.
Yes.
I like that a lot. Oh,
Yeah.
man. I don't even know what to say about it. It was so funny. I'm not sure if it was the calm demeanor or the excessive cursing or...
Because it definitely, you don't usually put two and two together. You get crazy and cussing or quiet and calm, and no.
Yeah.
He's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, no. And the callers, too. Like, that's just so good. Oh, man. Well, I enjoyed that thoroughly this week when I heard that.
Good. I'm glad.
Oh, man. Well, one thing that did come up in that was the School of Rock.
Yeah.
We could cover that. But so you saw it.
Yeah.
And this was your first Flower Town musical.
Yes.
Which we've had them in here, and they're great.
They are very awesome.
I enjoy them thoroughly.
Yes.
This show has some technical difficulties.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of what you said 2 shows ago.
Justified?
Yeah.
Okay.
It rings true. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Some of the microphone stuff, obviously, definitely came through where you could hear heavy breathing. People would go off stage and you'd still hear them talking. They'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry," and then you'd hear it switch off. And things like that. Yeah, I agree. Dewey kind of took a while to warm up into the show. In the beginning, it was as if he wasn't present at all. And I don't know if that was by design or if that was just his choice. Because I mean, not that you want to compare necessarily the play to the movie, because you're going to do different things. Like, otherwise go see the movie. But kind of his thing in the movie was that he was all over the place, and now he was like really tamed, and then very randomly,
yeah,
and
right,
then he was back.
exactly.
I was like, well, that's weird.
I had to watch the movie after.
Yeah.
Because I wanted a point of reference, and I love the movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many times I watch it. I think it is Jack Black. I mean, it has to be his best performance. The only other one that rivals this is Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Which Pick of Destiny.
Yeah.
Which is just also hilarious in so many ways. But I love that the other guy from Tenacious D, and I can't remember his name, is the gym teacher in the School of Rock movie.
Oh.
Which I love. Yeah. So there was that in the play. I did like the principal.
Mm-hmm.
Thought she was a good singer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was awesome. Very good singer. And again, I liked her character. It was different. It was different from Roz in the movie. But I think that's just a direction thing. I mean, there's going to be times in order to put your name on something, you got to change it up. So
Yeah.
I'm not against that. And again, the kids I thought were awesome. My wife loved the kids.
The kids were great.
My wife loved the show. Yeah, I mean, she was very happy.
We didn't talk about this before the show, but the drummer kid was really good.
Yeah.
The little boy drummer.
Yeah. Whatever.
They gave him sticks.
Yeah, they did.
Which, to me, the one that was on top of the stage should have had sticks.
Yeah.
And they should have just given the little kid the regular sticks, or not sticks, but brushes or whatever.
The wood
brushes.
Yeah.
They should have given the small kid the real drumsticks and the one on top wood brushes, because the dichotomy between the two volumes of those were just way off. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, and you had said something about the bass player being very absent up at the top, and you said it was a kid or a teenager doing it or something. And, and I told you, I was like, well, I didn't see a teenager. I saw a grown man up there playing bass. And he was probably the highlight of the band up there. So,
well, that changed. Either that changed quickly or he was sick that night.
Yeah,
I don't know which one, but it
yeah.
was definitely a middle schooler when we were there. He was the same age as the rest of them.
Oh, okay.
The night that we were there.
Wow.
Or I assume he was
schooler.
the same ager. Yeah.
Yeah, but
somewhere around in there.
Yeah, I mean, again, the sets looked great, and the kids did awesome. It was just one of those, I hate to be a critic.
Yeah.
But I used to do theater and stuff in school, and man, it felt like if I was to give an open critique to my man Dewey, it just felt like he was always relieved that he remembered a line when he said it. It was never, his lines were never present. He was never he didn't own his lines. It felt like he was just praying that they come out at the right moment. And there was a couple times where I think he had to kind of, and this is what I'm going to say. And And I might have been the only one who was catching that stuff, but I catch it. Immediately.
Me too.
I watch that stuff. I'm harsh with that, but
especially with this particular story.
Yeah, because I know the movie, and
Yeah.
and because of that, I feel like a lot of jokes were lost and weren't laughed at because they just weren't heard or they weren't delivered in a way that people knew it was a joke.
Yeah, right.
And we had a pretty forgiving audience in terms of laughing. Like, a lot of people laugh at very simple things. So when the really good jokes came up and they were kind of buried by sound, like the band, or they weren't projecting loud enough, the performers, you kind of lost some of the really good jokes. But overall, I mean, it was a good time. It was my first time in that theater. I really enjoyed it.
It's a neat theater. It's small, but it's very, I mean, you can tell it's been there for a long, long time.
Yeah, it's downtown.
Yeah.
It was a nice date for me and my wife. We were in the third row. And it was, we had good seats. We had the lady and husband next to us was very sweet. They offered us breath mints. I don't know if that was a stab at me. I was like, no, I can't eat sugar.
They were beside of you or in front, or like
beside of us.
Okay, well then they weren't. Yeah, I don't think it was.
They
because of
pulled
that.
out like a bunch of them. They're like, hey, do you want a breath mint? And I'm like, no, that's okay, thank you.
Did you go to dinner?
No,
before. Okay,
I didn't know there was.
I didn't
dinner.
know. No, I mean.
Oh,
you said it was a date. I didn't know.
So we had our photos taken, and then
that's right.
And we went and did that down in West Ashley.
Cool.
We got some really nice ones too. God,
good.
I have lost so much. Like,
I know.
I see pictures, but like I had to wear this sweater.
Yeah,
and it's a sweater I haven't fit into in probably 8 years. But
Christmas sweater.
It's a red sweater.
Okay,
so, maybe.
All right.
But it really makes me look thinner.
Yeah.
And I also shaved the sides of my face, so that makes me look a lot thinner too. And I really trimmed this up, so it was a lot closer.
Well, I told you when you walked in tonight, you've got this this leather jacket. It's a great jacket.
Thanks.
It's got kind of a racing stripe on it.
Yeah.
And you've got a red T-shirt underneath a black shirt.
Yeah, this is my work clothes.
And then you're the way you've got your hair part, you got a whole Fonzie thing going on.
I did get a haircut,
I
so
love
the side of my hair was cut down really short, and I this girl.
Very stylish tonight.
I told her to cut my hair on the top short and spiky. She left a lot more on top than I planned, but I actually really like it, and now I think I'm going to always get it cut this way.
It's good looking. I like it. Like I said, it's a very kind of rockabilly thing happening here. I love it. I'm loving it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So cool. Well, I'm glad you went.
Yeah,
like I
me
said,
too.
I didn't want to deter you from going.
Yeah.
Because we had a blast.
Yeah.
But I would say, like I said, like I told you,
you and I we went to school for music. We went like we obviously, like, we're not saying it because we want to bash. We're saying like this is what could be fixed.
I'm just overly critical. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that too. Like, Nick and I were the people who broke the hearts of 100 people at the Catawba College.
Catawba Idol.
Catawba Idol,
Yes.
and we had to tear apart our friends and family.
Well, they were bad.
Yeah, they were. Like, we were the first judges. We weren't even the Simon Cowell of the group. We were just judge table A, and then we sent them on to the real judges, and we didn't let a lot of people through.
But I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
And I still to this day feel bad about some of those, but I'll say this. The final round.
Yeah. Oh, it was excellent.
It was great.
Dude,
and
everybody was freaking good.
Oh, yeah. Even that kid.
Yeah.
Was great.
Yeah.
I mean, he blew them away.
Yeah.
People were freaking out.
Yeah.
But that girl that won
she earned it.
She was insane.
Yeah.
So I don't feel bad.
No.
Because it ended up being a really good show.
Yeah, because there was a lot of people that just had not good days. And, and a lot of the people that were iffy ended up not making it all the way through anyway. So it's like, wow, why am I going to waste the rest of your day?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, these people had to pay, $20 to try out or something?
And the more I think about that, because we bring it up every once in a while, that's Catawba being, I don't know, money grabbing or what. Why would you charge that much money for that event?
Well, I don't remember what the money went to, if it just went to prizes or what.
Maybe that's what. Maybe it was charity or something. I don't know, but that was a lot of money to spend on that.
It was,
so it is.
And unfortunately, it's like cha-ching, and then they walk in the room with us, and we're like, nope. And that's $20.
Hey, I'm sorry.
And we didn't get paid, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, where's my money?
Yeah. We did it for free. It was a part of our project.
Yeah.
No, so, Flower Town players, we love you.
We do. I do love you.
Yeah.
And I was thinking in the future.
Yeah.
Not anytime soon, because obviously there's a lot going on, but we should consider in the future, because obviously they choose whoever to direct. We should get together and direct a show sometime. How crazy would that be?
Yeah, just a couple guys walking in like, hey,
Why
to
not?
the Echo Radio Show, baby. Here's our skits, and here's the ones with the cuss
people
words.
that we've met that are directing, they don't have a whole lot of experience.
Well, some of them have theater credentials. We have zero. I haven't acted since the other day when I did the skit.
Again, I'm not saying we have time for this now, but
Yeah, right. Oh, I would love to, but we've also
Why
you
not?
and I remember you and I tried to write a rock
Yeah.
a rock opera,
Mm-hmm.
and we got like halfway through it.
not that we have to write a show.
I think that'd be more impressive.
It would be much more impressive.
If
I'm
we-
just saying.
if we could write a good show,
Yeah.
either just play or musical, with a few 12 songs and a nice hour and a half show. Yeah,
I have to be honest, taking it outside of the Flower Town now portion of the School of Rock, because I want to drill down into the actual production, or not production, but the show.
yeah.
Because this is not Flower Town. This is the writing. I did not. That adaptation to me is I don't know. I had questions about a lot of it.
There was a couple songs I was like, that wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that movie pretty much is a musical.
Yeah.
So I was curious, like, why? What did you? I mean, is it just to add time?
Yeah.
Because to me, it seemed like they rushed portions of it to be able to fit in more songs, and some of them that they fit in there, like the school alma mater song thing. I was like, I mean, okay, that's cute that they are singing it, but it's kind of bizarre. Like, I'm like, why is that there? This has nothing to do with the story.
Yeah.
I don't care about this at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the Hot For You song, I know you thought it was funny. For me, I was like,
it
wasn't my favorite song.
The thing is, I really liked the song that was in the movie.
Oh, me too.
But
I try not to compare the two, but I'm too hot for you.
Yeah,
was
I
like,
mean, I just thought that some of the words in it were funny.
Yeah.
But I did not like that it was...
Why?
I didn't like that it took place of the one that was in the movie.
Yeah.
I would have preferred that one.
Well, and then also, again, it just felt like Dewey was so out of place in that band.
Didn't you think?
Yeah, I was like,
Because
why?
they were
When
all
would
girls.
they ever get a band together? Like,
Yeah.
even if he tried to start it, that means he tried to get three girls together. It's like, you want to be in a band?
Now, I have not seen the Broadway production.
Right.
Maybe that's how it is, or maybe they just didn't have enough guys that tried out. I don't know what the story behind that is, but I thought that was a little weird.
Yeah.
To stick him in literally a band of girls.
Yeah.
Just
it was jarring.
yeah.
But
and then the lesbian mom thing.
Again, like you mentioned it, I didn't really pay attention to it, and I thought it was such a footnote, it didn't matter.
It didn't.
No.
But I saw that and I was like, what? What?
I think it could have been a similar thing. They didn't have enough guys trying out. Like,
Maybe
all right,
that's what it was.
You guys are lesbian lovers. Have fun.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah. I mean, who cares? I mean, in this day and age, man, it doesn't. Whatever.
It's not that the context bothered me.
Yeah.
I just thought that it was bizarre.
Yeah.
If that is how it's written,
yeah.
to me, that's a little bizarre. Now, if it has to do with the casting or whatever, then that's different. But
yeah, I think it had probably nothing to do with the writing. I think it was probably that circumstance.
and if that's the case, then whatever.
Yeah. Then
and
whatever. Yeah.
It's hard to tell because I haven't seen the Broadway production. But if that was to be the case on Broadway, I would have to say, like, why did you do that? Because it's weird. It's just a weird thing to throw in there for no reason. But whatever.
I will say it is kind of weird, and I know this is just writing of the. Like, the parents are just, like, complete douchebags to their children.
Yeah, right?
And then at the last, like, just one song, they're like, oh, my God, I love you again.
Yeah.
Ah.
Now, in the movie, I love this movie, so
me too.
I hate to compare it, but that is the basis. It's not like this was a show that they made a movie out of. It's, that was the case for the one parent.
Yeah, there was one parent, but not all of them hated their kids.
Zach's dad.
Yeah, Zach was a douche.
But the rest of them were not like that at all.
Yeah.
And so, but they did that for all the parents.
Yeah,
and that's another section of this where I was like, I felt like they rushed portions to cram that in there.
Yeah.
I did not need those backstories.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So.
That's fine. And then there was that one guy who is, and I'm sure you're already thinking of him. He was the guy who signed them up for the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He was.
He was also a teacher.
Yeah. He was interesting. It was just like,
okay, you're in.
I know. I was like,
I did. No, to be fair, I did watch the movie, and
no, the other guy, I've seen him in stuff though in the movie. He's like, you're really not what we're looking for.
The thing in the movie is that they pull the whole sick thing.
Yeah.
Did they do that in the show? They did. Didn't
they did.
Yeah,
they do it like right then.
Yeah.
They don't have a time of separation. He doesn't like.
Yeah.
They just all pretend to be sick right then and there, and they all fall over each other.
Yeah.
Which was funny. Like again, they pulled it off really well in the show.
The kids were great.
Yeah.
They did a great job.
Yeah.
There was a big disconnect between them and the people, but
not all people, couple.
Well, yeah.
Again, like overall, I enjoyed it. I'm not unhappy.
No, I wasn't either. I had a good time. I did.
Right. I thought it was fun. If I could go again, I probably wouldn't go to that show again. No. No, the reason is like, I've seen it. All right.
I know, right.
It's done. Yeah. No, but I am now, my interest is piqued in terms of other things that they'll do. So I do want to try it out. So I mean, hey, I'm going to go again.
And like I said, one of these days, we should think about that. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Because I kept thinking of, like, what if you did this? You know, like,
I know, believe me, the whole show, I'm like, that kid would not be standing there.
I know.
What the hell's that kid doing over there? Why is he looking like he's confused and retarded?
Yeah. And then I was thinking that kid wouldn't be in this show.
Yeah, I was like,
sorry.
I think I would have put myself in the show before I let this happen. No.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad you went. I'm glad
me
you
too.
went. So next time you go down, we always there are a few places downtown. I like downtown Somerville.
Yeah,
it's the only other quote unquote town in Charleston that's actually a town.
And I've never really walked down that part of the city. I've walked around the world famous Walmart downtown, and then there's a Target.
That's not downtown though.
and then there's the Mellow Mushroom, which is world famous, and
right off the interstate.
Right off, and the Cracker Barrel. I love that, and the IHOP.
Had they taken the walls down off of the front part of the middle of the square? Okay, so now they have. Across from the theater is the center of the downtown with the park thing in it.
Yeah.
They've been redoing it.
Yeah, I noticed
and they
that.
just took down the whole front part of the walls. The only thing now that has a wall around it is their new gazebo that they're building at the other end, and it looks great.
Okay, good.
I'm quite excited.
Yeah.
They put in a new fountain. There's a whole new brick walkway with benches. It is really, really pretty.
Yeah.
Cool. I love. It's very small, but it's quaint.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Salisbury. Not as big, but still. And there are quite a few restaurants downtown that are very, very good. Next time you go, of course, Five Loaves that we've been to is great.
Yeah, I know. Because we were gonna get something sweet. I was like, all right, I'm willing to cheat a little bit tonight, and I was like, everything was closed. I was like, you want to go get a milkshake at the cookout or something?
Did you?
No, she said no. She didn't want it.
That's
and
too
she's like,
bad.
well, do you want it? I'm like, well, no, I'm on a diet. I'm not supposed to. If it's just me, it's bad.
I'm trying to think. I don't think there's an ice cream shop. I think I just realized that. There's not. There's a coffee shop, but it's a daytime,
Well, tomorrow, because today's Wednesday, the show, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Thursday, is my daughter's birthday. She turns 2.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And
happy birthday, Amy.
I acquired a 1998 Furby.
What? That is cool.
On eBay.
You're kidding.
Yeah, and it's the black and white one, the
What?
original, and still has the tag on its ear.
Oh, she's gonna love that.
I hope. In
the box or just?
Nah, they didn't have the box because the ones with the box are like $150.
Still with a tag though. Wow.
Yeah, with a tag. But
man, that is like I love the '90s television show, real deal. Collector's item.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah.
All right, so set the scene, 1998.
Yeah.
Trying
to think.
I was in 6th grade.
Okay, I was going to say, that was start of middle school, right?
Yeah, 6th grade.
All right.
There was a girl, Amanda McPhee. I was in love with her. As we start all these stories, there was a girl.
Yeah, it's great.
She has nothing. She has nothing to do with this, but
Yeah, right.
I just wanted you to know.
Okay.
That was the girl I liked at the time.
Yeah.
She looked a lot like Kate Winslet.
1998, Amanda McPhee.
Amanda McPhee. I was really into Titanic,
Yeah.
and she reminded me a lot of Kate Winslet.
Yeah, okay.
So I was in love. Fortunately, she ended up years later having drug problems and getting arrested.
Like Kate Winslet.
Yeah. So it never materialized into anything, but
Yeah.
she was the first girl I rode my bike halfway across town to see.
Okay.
Anyways, all right, back
to
the real story. Furby. Yeah, so the Furby, I remember seeing the first commercial, the Furby, and the way they sold it is the more you play with it, it learns English.
Yeah,
'Cause
right.
it speaks Furbish.
Yeah.
And they give you a little
I
book.
forgot about that. Yeah.
And they were $30, and they, like the year before, Tickle Me Elmo was the big toy.
Yeah, I remember Tickle Me Elmo.
And it's sold out everywhere, right? Then Furby comes along, and it sells out immediately. I asked for one for Christmas. Nope. Parents couldn't find one. They were sold out everywhere. I remember there being like contests on the radio, and people were paying upwards of $1,000 to get their hands on one.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally, I'm looking through the internet, 1998, Derek. It was like January. And I was like, Mom, if I could find one, will you order it? She's like, yeah, if you can find one. We find one. There's a factory. They're like, it's going to be a 2-month wait, but for $50, we can get it to you.
Yeah.
Showed my mom. She ordered it. Sure enough, 2 months later in March, it showed up. I got it was a brown Furby.
Yeah, that was the one I saw the most, was
Yeah.
the brown Furby.
The black and white was the original.
Yeah.
But those really kind of disappeared over time.
Yeah.
So I had that, and I remember like my friends would come over and try to teach it cuss words because, again, they said the more you play with it, he'll learn English. And I was like, oh, he's going to learn my words. So I had like this whole imagination thing that this thing was just, I was going to teach it bad words, and he was going to be a bad, filthy talking animal, and that he was a lot smarter than he was. Well, it turns out, no. He doesn't learn any. He just, the more you play with him, the more it unlocks
Yeah, right.
English words. And then he eventually just starts talking in Furbish, or Furbish and English, like a mix. And, yeah, I mean, it was really cool for a couple days. And then he just talks all the time.
Yeah.
Up! Like... A lot of 800 phrases or 800 words or something.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a television show that came after the Furby that had a similar character with it, but I can't remember.
And remember when they were selling out so much that McDonald's then came out with Furby toys.
I had them. I had some.
Yeah,
Yep.
so did I. I had like 2 or 3 because that was going to hold me over. And then I ended up getting one for Christmas, like a red and black one the following year.
Yeah.
And by then I was like, well, I already know what it does.
Well, you know what was unlocked at that point?
What?
Tamagotchi.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but this thing was like... Tamagotchi had come out the year before, because 97 I wanted a Tamagotchi badly.
Oh, yeah?
And they were
I just remember having it in...
You probably had it in 6th grade.
Oh, no. That's
grade.
right. I was thinking of 5th grade. 5th grade's when I have a Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchis got big in
Yeah, that's
97,
right.
and
Yeah.
they sold out
Yeah.
as well. So when the Furby was announced, it was like the real Tamagotchi.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, no, I had it backwards. Yeah.
And you'd have to feed it by putting your finger in his mouth, which is really weird. But
I had one. I had several. I had one of the ones that had like multiple animals that you could choose in it. You know?
Yeah.
It was the cheap one, but it was cool.
Yeah.
And then I had the one that was a monkey. I don't remember. It wasn't Tamagotchi, but it was that with a monkey in there.
The first Tamagotchi I got was actually one made by Nickelodeon. It was Rugrats, and you could have Tommy or Chucky
That's awesome.
as your baby. And I'm pretty sure I let Tommy die.
You know, it's funny. Now they're apps, of course.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah,
an
of
app.
course.
I got one not too long ago because I saw it on there and I was like, oh, let me check this out. Now it's kind of weird, but
Yeah.
because now the graphics are so good that
yeah.
it's creepy.
Yeah. Well, and now in some of these games, you have the ability to use AR and put them in the world.
Oh, geez.
So there's like a dragon one,
Yeah.
where it quite literally you look at the floor with the iPad or iPhone, and there's just a dragon sitting on the floor, and then running around. And even if you turn your camera away and turn it back, he's still in the same area.
You know, we were at Disney this weekend.
Yeah, how was that?
We didn't get to do this because it was pretty crowded when we went in, but we are really going to try when we go to California. I went to The Void. speaking of AR, which is the new sensation. Originally, it was just Star Wars. Now they have a Wreck-It Ralph one too, but you put on VR headsets and you walk through a physical environment with a headset on, and you interact with things that are in this environment.
Yeah.
So, like, you'll touch a door handle and open it, but in your headset,
you see a lot more
you see
detail.
whatever it is, yeah.
Then
And originally, it was a Star Wars thing, and you go in with a team of people.
Yeah.
So even if it's just one of you, or let's say you and I go, I think it's groups of 4, so they would send us with 2 others.
Yeah.
And you do a mission in Star Wars.
Oh, wow.
Like, you get on a ship and you go through this whole mission. Now it's a Wreck-It Ralph thing, and you go in and you save the internet or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It was sold out when we got there. It's a reservation thing.
Damn.
I want to do this so bad.
Yeah.
And we walked into the place, and it was like this hipster guy was, explaining it to the people in front of us, and I was just like, why are we doing this? I'm like, you don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to do this.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be the next level of Arkham Asylum or the Batman game.
Oh, yeah.
As cool as that is,
Yeah.
this would be that, except that you interact with physical things.
Right.
I want to do it so bad I can't hardly stand it.
Oh, yeah.
So there is also one in Disneyland. We're going to try to do it.
Do it.
I didn't get reservations. You have to get reservations or you can't do it. So anyway, cool thing though, I tried something new at Disney.
Okay.
We rented a boat.
Okay.
In front of the at any of the resorts around Magic Kingdom, you can do this. But we were at Contemporary, and we rented a boat, and we drove all around the lakes in front of Magic Kingdom. We went over to there's a yacht at Grand Floridian that you can rent. I didn't know this. There's like an actual yacht sitting over there.
Yeah.
So we drove over there and we checked it out. I'm driving the boat around, and we went around to Discovery Island, and you can get right up to the island. You can go to the old dock, and super, super cool.
Wow.
It was $40, but we had 20% off or
cool.
15% off. So I paid like
I don't know, rent a boat.
$30-some dollars for a half hour.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But so for the whole hour, it ended up being we did it for a full hour, and I think it was $60 or something.
Okay.
But I told Ashley, we drove in front of the Magic Kingdom by ourselves on a boat.
Well, I mean, that's about what I paid to ride the Dumbo ride when you take down the averages, right?
Exactly.
So there you go.
We had never done it.
Yeah.
When I went up and saw, you can get a pontoon boat for $45, which if I didn't have 15% off, I might not would do it. We got the Whaler. So there's a little sea racer, tiny like bumper boat. I told Ashley, I said, I'm not getting in that. Because there's big boats driving through these waters, like the ferry that you rode.
Yeah.
You have to watch out for those.
Okay.
So
okay. Yeah, I was wondering because
we were floating, and here it comes, and I was like, "Oh shit!" The lake, there's like a patrol,
Yeah.
It's so funny. I didn't know that they had a sound system on their boat.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I hear, "Please go forward, straight ahead, full speed." Right now. So I was like, okay.
I'm sorry.
I looked to my left, there's this giant ferry coming, but no, we had to watch out for all of that.
Wow.
And but I'm going to tell you, that was something that was super, super cool.
Yeah.
Because, of course, I've been on the boats like the ferry, and there are smaller boats that'll take you from Magic Kingdom like over to Grand Floridian and Polynesian and everything. But you're crammed in there with a bunch of people, right?
Yeah.
And this was just me and Ashley riding on a boat, and it was. You can take a pontoon boat out with lunch. I said, yeah. You can't take alcohol, but you can take a cooler out with food. And they said, yeah, people get their families. Because think about it, if you had a group of 4 or 5 people for $40 a half hour,
$10.
Yeah, right? You go out, have lunch on the lake, and so when we go, this might be something we'll have to do. It was really something special.
You, me, and my buddy Gabe.
Yep.
All right.
We were in our little... I watched Aspen from South Park on the way back this weekend.
That's a great episode.
Not that I was driving and watching TV, but...
Yeah, no. Ashley was driving.
It was funny because we've now stayed in the same place, and I think this is going to be our go-to from now on.
Okay.
We love these people. They're very, very nice. It's a townhouse, but it's a very spacious townhouse on the end of the building with a pool in the back and gated community.
Yeah.
And, it is 5 miles from Disney property.
That's
not
awesome.
if that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you literally, you pull out of the neighborhood, you turn right, and the next stoplight is the toll road, the exit onto the toll road.
Yeah.
You get on the toll road, and the next exit is the back of Disney property.
All right.
We're talking 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
And we love it. So I told Ashley, I was like, it's like we have a little place in Orlando now.
Yeah,
like Aspen. Just say it.
Yeah.
I've got a little place in Aspen.
Well, especially if it's available a lot of the time.
Yeah, well, the other cool thing is that she keeps her prices. This is such an interesting to me, this VRBO situation. Now, you've heard of Airbnb.
Of course.
I think this is a little better because it's vacation rental by owner. But I don't know, like Airbnb to me seems a little sketchy. This is not at all. Even the one we did that we didn't like as much as this house because we've done 2 different houses now.
Yeah.
It still wasn't sketchy.
Yeah.
It totally easy. It feels normal. It feels like a hotel. There's nothing weird about it. There's a code for the door lock that you plug in. The door unlocks. This is in a gated community too.
Yeah.
So you got to punch in a code and the gate opens.
Yeah.
Feels very, very safe. But this particular couple that I think they own 2 VRBOs.
Nice.
They live in Orlando and then own 2 other houses that they rent out in Orlando,
That's
which
good.
is kind of weird. But
No, it's good.
not weird, but
that's how you should do it.
Norm, I would have I thought they might have lived up north or something, and this was like their vacation home. No, this is how they make money.
Yeah.
But she's smart. She keeps her prices at $125 a night all year round.
Really?
A lot of these places will
Jack up
the prices.
Yeah.
This one is the same price. It's a stagnant price all year long. She keeps it the same all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's lucky
Yeah, I know.
for you.
And I told Ashley, I was like, again, this is a 4-bedroom townhome.
Yeah.
Now, there's a master with a king.
Yeah.
There is another almost master that has a queen.
Uh-huh.
There's also 3 bathrooms. 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. The other 2 bedrooms have 2 twin beds in each bedroom.
Does it usually book? Like, because I'm sure you can see the calendar. Like, does it book pretty well?
I would say they're booked about once a month, like 1 week out of the month.
Oh, really? But that
Some
means
months some months they're booked all month.
Okay, so they might get $4,000 or $5,000 one month.
Yeah, right,
but
right.
then
right.
some maybe 1,000.
Like this month, towards Christmas, like the last 3 weeks of the month are all booked.
Okay.
But in January, there's only like 1 other week booked.
Okay.
So it just depends. In the summer, June and July were booked. This year we went. When did we go? Maybe it was July.
Yeah.
The weekend we had it, or the evacuation week we had it. I mean, that was the only week that was available that month. So it just depends.
Yeah, cool.
But there again, you can book it early, and so I was just going to tell you, I thought it was a lot of fun to go ride the boat.
Yeah, well, good.
Something new. Yeah.
And I mean, like, it was fun overall, though.
Oh, I was going to say, okay, something else.
Yeah.
Another fun thing we did. I swear, these festivals, they have a festival all the time at Epcot. But right now it's the Festival of the Holidays, which there's been a lot of talk about how the food booths for the Festival of the Holidays are a little culturally insensitive. For example, there's a booth, L'Chaim, which of course is a Jewish booth.
I hope so.
But the point of these booths is supposed to be that they have holiday food from that country. Mm-hmm. In Germany, they do it right. They have a sauerbraten with red cabbage, which was a big Christmas time dish over there. Yeah. The other one was in actual Germany. The other one was goose breast. They didn't have that, but they had a couple other things that. I mean, there was a potato dumpling with mushroom sauce. That's what you serve with goose breast.
Yeah.
So okay, that works. That's pretty much German food at Christmas time.
Yeah.
I didn't try them, but they look good.
Good.
L'Chaim, however, was a a potato knish, a pastrami on rye, and a matzo ball soup.
Sounds delicious.
It does sound delicious, and it looked delicious. I didn't try it, but it looked delicious. However, to me, and as you know, we've discussed it, I love our Jewish deli here.
Yes.
And those things are all on the menu.
Yeah.
However, those things are on the menu all year long.
Right.
I don't know if pastrami on rye is a Christmas dish for the Jews. Maybe it is.
Well, I don't know. Well, get a Jewish friend and find out.
I know, we need to find out. But people have been talking about how that's culturally insensitive because that's not a Christmas holiday dish. It's just a Jewish deli dish.
Yeah.
So whether or not that's the truth, I don't know. But what they did at the Festival of Holidays this year that was really, really cool was they had a cookie stroll. And, of course, they sold a cookie jar, which, of course, I bought.
Of course you did, because you have to get these souvenirs.
I'm sorry. It says 2018 Festival of the Holidays, and on the back it says Epcot cookie stroll, and it's a glass cookie jar, very heavy, with a screw top, like old-timey, really, really cool. It was $19.99, but I get 20% off, so I think I paid $14 for this thing. And you go through, and there are five booths with a cookie. Mm-hmm. And the cookies were $2, so it was $10. But when you go get all 5, you get a 6th one at a 6th booth free. And that's what fits in your cookie jar.
Okay.
So we came back with a jar of 6 Christmas cookies. One of which was at L'Chaim, was a black and white cookie, and that's the only one we ate, and it was delicious.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So there you go. Had a blast doing it.
I went to CVS.
Oh, that's fun too.
Yeah, it's not Disney.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if I should explain this on the radio.
We had a problem?
Well, I've been a little backed up.
Oh, that. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Been a little backed up.
Did you have to go get a mechanism?
I started taking a lot of fiber.
Okay,
because
yeah.
I thought that would help.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, it compacted.
Oh, no.
And it compacted until I had a Cobra.
Is this a problem you've had before?
No, it hasn't been this bad on this.
I just have to wonder what
diet.
Can't be your diet though. I don't think that's what's causing that.
So I was talking with a buddy of mine who's a nurse, and he said, he's like, "Well, you haven't been running lately, and you haven't and because you haven't been running, you haven't been drinking as much water."
There we go. That's kind of what I was wondering is if maybe you're not hydrated enough.
It's like, okay, because I do drink 2 32-ounces things of water. He's like, "No, you got to double that, especially if you're eating a lot of meat." I'm like, "Oh, okay." But anyways, it took me an hour and a half just to get going, and then it not only that, it tore me up.
Oh God.
Yeah. So
because I was thinking when you told me about this problem as you did on text message, which I enjoyed thoroughly. That I thought to myself, it can't be your diet because
yeah, it hasn't been a problem this whole time.
No, and I mean to me, meat. I mean. Especially fat, especially high in fat, that should keep you moving pretty good.
And I've been eating chia seeds. I've been eating all these
now,
things. Now,
cheese can do it.
No, cheese does it, but I've been eating chia seeds.
Yeah, I know.
To help that. Cheese, I know that, but I did pull back on cheese when I started I got to do
That was
something.
the only thing in your diet, though, in general, that would make me think that maybe, okay, but there again, you don't, I mean, unless it's all you're eating.
Yeah.
So
wasn't Disney, but, it was a lot of pain. I had a lot of pain to do that. But now I went to CVS to get those fiber pills.
Yeah.
And I found this little hamburger cart for my daughter because she's starting to make burgers and
a plate set.
Yeah, because she makes Play-Doh.
Nice.
Now, so
Love
she'll hand me Play-Doh.
I'm
as
jealous
food.
of you for that.
Thanks, man.
Getting to play with all the kids' toys.
Oh, I know, I love it because I just buy toys for me and give
just
it to her.
wait till she starts playing with Legos. Dear God,
I know. Well, she's already playing with Mega Bloks, so we'll get you there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I got her that. I saw Mr. Potato Head. Got that.
Nice. CVS has some great toys sometimes.
Yeah, for some reason, I thought that's where you said you got the Oregon Trail game.
Oh, no, I got it at Target.
Yeah, and I'm so mad because I wanted to get it.
Ashley took it with us on her trip. She played it the whole way down.
Oh, my God.
She beat it. She actually beat it on her trip down.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard
it's not hard to beat, but she did. She's like, I beat it!
Yeah. She's like, well, how many people survived? Well, 3 people out of the 12 that came along.
Yeah.
Whoops. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got it at Target.
Dang it. Well,
there's also a card. I'm curious how the card game goes.
I don't want it.
Something else that Target has a whole. I don't ever buy them, but I love going to the game.
Oh yeah,
aisle.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah.
They have an escape room in a box. Mm-hmm. I want to go do an escape room.
I do, but I'm afraid I won't be able to escape.
There's one downtown.
I know there is.
We need to go do it because
my coworkers did it and they broke out in 40
Did they like
minutes,
it?
40 minutes.
Did they enjoy it?
Yeah, there was like 13 of them that went and they broke out in 40 minutes.
Now, the one in the box, I mean, they give you a luck, so I'm not sure how that works, but I saw that and I'm like, man, I want to go do the escape. I saw a YouTube video the other day that's all the tricks to doing it.
Oh.
I know, right?
You're gonna
But
spend a bunch of money to go do it.
But I want to go do it. The problem is, I think it's better if you have I mean, you don't have to have a big group, but
a group.
if it's just two of us, me and Ashley, I'm
then
sure it'll still be fun.
Then you guys are just gonna make out and
yeah, right.
just get a room.
Like the Void, I feel like if unless there's just nobody else there, I feel like they'll pair you with somebody.
Yeah.
Which
I really want to do the rock climbing. There's a rock climbing place downtown. I'd love
there
to do
is?
that. Yeah.
Inside?
Yeah, there's an inside one. Yeah.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to inside one because some of them go like upside down and stuff.
Yeah, they do it there too.
Cool.
Where? I forget, but I know they have like a membership there and all that. And,
well, if you want to go, I'll go. I want to
yeah.
go rock climbing. I've been wanting to go to an indoor rock climbing thing my whole life.
You're gonna be hurting.
So, hey, I'm okay with it. I probably will be terrible at it, but I want to do it because it seems so much fun.
All right.
Do they have the skydiving thing inside of it too?
I don't know that.
Those look cool too.
I just know there's one down there, but yeah.
All right, if you ever go, let me know.
Yeah. Okay.
Even if I do terrible, I've always wanted to go to a facility that has it.
Yeah.
And see what it's like.
Yeah, I went with a ex-girlfriend back in like 2007 when I was in probably the shape I'm in now.
Yeah.
And I remember getting to the top, because I used to have like an innate fear of heights, like, being that exposed. But now I got to the top, no problem. But yeah, when you got to climb at an angle, that's not easy.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. I've done the carnival ones, and, where it's just like a wall.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to go. Because I remember when I was younger, I used to get Boys Life. It was like a magazine for Boy Scouts. I don't know. I got it for some reason.
Oh, okay. God,
yeah, right. No, not NAMBLA.
Like a Catholic?
No. No, it was for the Boy Scouts.
Boys Life.
But I got it, and they had some cool stuff in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I remember there was an article about one of these places. I don't remember where it was, and there were some cool pictures of kids like climbing upside down and all this, and I'm like, that's so cool. This is back when like it was new.
Yeah. Can't do that.
Since then I've always wanted to go and see a facility and try it out.
What I would suggest is do keto for 8 or 9 months.
Yeah, okay.
And then you'll be a lot happier. Then we'll go do it.
Okay. Yeah, so. Well, anyway, it was a good weekend, though.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Douchebag, how's the drive?
Oh, that drive's nothing for me. 95, forget about it.
With rain and all that?
Today it rained.
Yeah.
On the way down, it was great. We had great weather.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 70 degrees.
F you.
Sunny. Beautiful. It started raining this morning when we left.
Yeah. Oh, and it was raining hard today.
Yeah.
We had a couple bands.
We didn't even do anything. We went to we did go see the gingerbread houses. Yeah. They have them at the resorts, so like the Contemporary had a big display that was cool.
Yeah.
We walked around Disney Springs. We went into Epcot and Magic Kingdom. Oh, we did go ride Alien Swirling Saucers at Toy Story Land. That's a great ride.
Yeah, it's great. F you. I'm glad that you got to ride everything you wanted to ride with no problems. That's wonderful.
But there again, we didn't do anything in Epcot and Magic Kingdom. We just walked around.
Yeah. Did AJ do any shout-outs to you?
No, I've been watching her videos. I did watch them all. But there again, I don't know how many bags she's got.
Yeah, right.
It was funny. The one I watched yesterday was about the worst advice that you'll get to go when you go to Disney or something like that, like all the bad advice you get and why it's bad.
Wonder if I inspired that.
I don't know, but one of the things she said was like, but I guess if you're she made a comment like in the video, like, I guess if you're watching this, you're probably not going to the park today, right? And so I commented on her video, and said, actually, I watched this in the park because I watched it while I was standing in line. We were standing in line for something, and I was watching it, and.
I just hope she doesn't have you arrested or anything.
No, that's the first time I've ever commented on her videos.
Cool.
I've never commented before.
Yeah, no, I listened to her episode the other day, and it was she was funny.
Yeah,
I liked her.
Yeah, it's always good when we go. I'm telling you, when we go, we'll have a good time.
We better.
There again, you never know what it's going to be like if you want to ride certain rides. We'll have to get fast passes in advance.
Well, so my buddy Gabe. He said when we go, he's like, well, we'll do the Disney run. We might go for a day or two. And he's like, and I want to jump over to Universal and do Harry Potter and all. I was like,
Totally
I
down
want to do
for
that
it.
too.
Love Universal. I had a blast at Universal.
So that's what we need to plan on.
And I will say this too: we went with the intention of only doing Harry Potter, and ended up doing several other rides.
Oh yeah,
and it was great.
Yeah,
we did the King Kong ride. That was fantastic.
The new one, because there's the old one. They made that the Mummy.
I wanted to ride the Mummy. We did not ride the Mummy.
I didn't like the Mummy.
I wanted to ride it.
Yeah.
But we did do Escape from Gringotts, which I think is a similar ride.
Oh, I haven't ridden
and it was great. But the best ride I've ever ridden, hands down, is that Forbidden Journey in the Hogwarts Castle. Totally incredible.
Okay.
So
what about Spider-Man?
I loved Spider-Man. I thought it was great.
Have they updated that since?
They've updated it with 4K.
Okay.
I think the scenes are the same.
Oh, okay.
But it was definitely a high definition.
Okay.
So that was cool.
I mean, I remember that being the coolest ride when I
it was
15 years ago.
So the ride coming to Epcot now is from Paris that we've ridden, called the Ratatouille ride.
Yeah.
Which is I don't know if it was inspired from Spider-Man. It's a very similar ride.
Okay.
You're in
it's blending 3D.
Yeah, well, you're in a very similar vehicle. Yeah. It's a trackless ride. The cool thing about Ratatouille is you go in a group of 3, and the other 2 are doing different things. So, like, you're supposed to be rats in the vehicle.
Yeah.
But so they're scurrying to other areas, and you can see them all going around. So that's kind of cool. Spider-Man, you're by yourself. But and I think the Ratatouille ride is incredible. But it's the same thing. As the screens and physical things.
Yeah.
What was cool about Spider-Man, though, is that the vehicle spun all the way around. Yeah. Like a 360. And there's one point where you spin out of control.
You crash, yeah.
That was really neat.
Yeah.
Really, really neat.
Okay.
So, no, I enjoyed that thoroughly.
That's good. The Hulk's still there, the roller coaster?
I wanted to ride the Hulk. We walked by it, and it was a 5-minute wait, and we didn't go because we were on our way to Harry Potter. And then I should have.
Oh, 5-minute wait, yeah, dude.
Ashley said, "Do you want to ride it now?" I said, "No, I really want to get to Harry Potter first." And when we got back, it was an hour and a half. I was like, "Oh!"
And that's a good one, because what's great is you get in there, and he's like, "Oh, no, something's going..." Like, it shoots you out unexpected.
You know, they redid that, too.
Oh, they did?
The ride is the same, but the queue and the storyline, like, leading up to the roller coaster and all inside is evidently changed. It changed 2 years ago.
Damn it.
I don't know what's different, but it's supposed to be much better.
Okay, good.
The roller coaster is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Just whatever you do going to the roller coaster has changed now.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah,
so,
it was a pretty boring walk.
Yeah, so they've made it into a whole thing now, evidently.
Good.
I should have done it. I thought 5-minute wait, we'll just do it when we come back.
Yeah, well, you dummy. You never.
But like I said, we went with the intention of doing Harry Potter, and so that's what I wanted to do first.
I don't care.
Yeah.
How long did you have to wait for Harry Potter?
I walked onto that ride twice.
What?
Yeah, I rode it twice. I walked on.
Then it might be a good time for me to start going, because the reason why I haven't gone to Harry Potter thus far is because I've been like, no, I don't. It's going to be busy.
Now, there is a nighttime projection show on the Hogwarts Castle. It was packed.
Oh yeah.
We didn't watch it because there was nowhere to stand because there were so many people.
Yeah.
When I went and got my wand, we waited for a while because they only take so many people, and it was a big line.
Yeah.
But the ride, I walked on twice.
Wow. I want to. That's it. Like, that's where I want to go.
Now, Gringotts, we had a fast pass, or what are they?
Yeah, their version of
right.
fast pass, yeah.
And it was a long line, but it moved very, very quickly.
Okay.
So we waited like 15 minutes, maybe?
Like, if I'm waiting less than a half hour for a good ride, I don't care. That's
Skull
fine.
Island was the longest we waited, and we waited less than 20 minutes.
Wow.
That was the longest, and it was also just because there was a lot of people in the line. It moved very, very fast. But the way they it's a vehicle that you're loading, like a Jeep. It's like the safari ride at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
And so I think just because of the way that vehicle is, it just kind of is a slow loader.
Do they still have the Shrek 3D ride?
Yeah, we didn't 4D. Yeah, we didn't ride
4D.
that.
Well, it's essentially this DVD they already released, and it's for sale. Except they squirt stuff at you.
Yeah, I've seen the video. It was an extra on the DVD.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that ride.
I've seen that. We didn't do it.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's not worth it if you've seen it.
Yeah, I wanted to do The Simpsons. We did go to Springfield. It's cool.
Simpsons is okay. Because I actually got to ride the Simpsons ride before it was officially launched. Like
So you didn't get to see Springfield, though.
Right.
They
just did the ride. Like, they had
Yeah.
just taken Back to the Future out
Yeah.
and then did the ride. Yeah.
Well, the area is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like Springfield. It's
Yeah.
really, really cool. So, yeah, I would totally be down for that.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll have fun. We'll definitely have fun.
Well, if we don't have fun, you're
So-
dead.
The boat ride, man, I could have spent 3 hours out there.
Yeah.
So much fun doing that.
It's a shame that mechanical Jaws wasn't working and rip you and pull you down.
Yeah, Jaws is gone.
I know that. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. They should have just put it in Disney World.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They told us, they said, you have to have your life vests on the boat, but you don't have to wear them. And I looked at Ashley and I said, yeah, don't jump over, we'll die. She's like, well, there's no piranhas in there. I said, yeah, but there's gators.
Yeah. And they're pretty
Remember
bad.
that kid that got eaten? So, yeah.
Yeah.
But the pontoon boat is what we'll do next time. That's what I should have done.
Yeah.
But it's really big. It's got, like, leather couches. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll have fun. We'll do some fun stuff.
Of course.
All right, well, I'm Nick O'Kelly.
And I'm Derek Casey.
Look forward to our Sunday night show, our wrap-up show for the year.
Yeah, that's right. It'll be our 2-hour extravaganza. I'm putting the finishing touches on the script for the big thing. We got a nice surprise for the intro. We got some stuff. Hopefully Nick will make some surprise stuff too.
I'm excited to wrap it up and have a 2-hour show and just have a good time.
Yeah.
Yep. So
bring your
because-
alcohol.
Yeah.
Bring your Playboys.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
right.
get ready to have fun.
I have a story about that. Remind me on Sunday about
I'm
Playboy.
not going to remember. Write it down.
I don't think I ever told you that story.
No, I can't wait.
But yeah, no. Yeah, we'll be gone for a month after that. So, I'm Nick O'Kelly, and
I'm Derek
I'm sorry.
Daisy
You
again.
already said that.
I did.
You've been listening to the Echo Radio Show.
Bye.